Oh boy. Man, these fucking nachos. They are the shit. Mmm. I love them. They could use a little bit more, a bit more. I know they're cheese nachos, but they could use like a little bit more. Whatchamacallit, the cheese scooping, the cheese. Um, sauce. There you go, some cheese sauce and. Oh the hell? It could be. Could be sending fucking telegrams in this day and age. Interrupting my fucking vlog. Hmm. Um, Let me see this. Um, yeah, it's for me. Mm, mm. It's for Hogwarts. Um, Rejected. No. Is it working? Okay, hi guys, and welcome back to some more vlogs with Karamida9 over here, where we deliver you the news through the most obscure and unrelated pop culture references. Yeah, this is what this vlog in particular, and most of my vlogs, anyways, are all about. Just references from the widest areas of culture to symbolize things that I have done or that I have been through or that have changed throughout my life. Anyway, the nachos are uh, they are part of the reference technically, but it's also just because I wanted to eat something like this a little bit. The vacation is almost finally over, and it means that I'm gonna be back to a healthy lifestyle finally, eventually. But anyway, yeah. For you guys who are well aware of the internet pop culture references, then you've already guessed what has happened from the title and from like that very interesting intro at the beginning over there. But yeah. I made this vlog. Obviously, I could have just announced it in like a one sentence, 10 seconds video, but I made this vlog in order to discuss a little bit more about it, share the experiences, tell you what it was all about, what it was, how it went through, what things went according to expectations, what things went beyond my expectations, what things didn't meet my expectations, the things that were good, the things that were bad, the things that were neutral, the things that were weird or interesting. Interestingly enough, there were all of these kind of things. Some things changed, some things didn't change. But here I am once again, ready to tell you this story. And yeah, I don't feel all that much different. So uh, yeah, let's see, where do we start? So, for example, let's start with the good stuff first, for things that like went like above my expectations, or positive good things were, for example, the location and the facilities they have provided. I guess that's uh, you know is that how you're supposed to sell it? Facility, like the uh all the what's the word for that? I can't find it. I don't think it's facilities, but fuck it, I can't think of any better word. So let me just exemplify by what I mean. For example, when I went like the first time when I called it, I expected just to be like the one lone female in some sort of apartment and go there and do the deed, but it wasn't like that. It was like a very uh, big fucking luxurious house with freaking pretty much organized stuff with like multiple women and even a receptionist. There was like exotic furniture and uh, marble tiles on the floor and a dim red light and perfumed candles and a wall fountain. It was freaking unbelievable. The cleanliness, absolutely perfect. Everything was nice, clean, serene. Everything was well provided. The escort was well equipped experience-wise, and she knew how to keep me talking like ongoing, ongoing. She was not stopping for 1 second to let me breathe. So yeah, that's like for example one of the positive things. Obviously, later on I got to like experience the absolute lowest part in this regard with like some old and decrepit apartment that was unfurnished, that was dirty, that had the trash bin filled to the brim and spilling over with like used napkins and condoms and broken shower head and stuff like that. So, it can go both ways, I guess. That's the thing. But the first one was incredibly it was beautiful and unexpectedly well organized and put into place. On another positive note, going for the same thing is, for example, I completely impressed not just them, but myself personally with my outstanding endurance in the act. Like I managed to get, I was always worried that I would finish in just like, I don't know, 5 minutes or something like that, just like be totally embarrassing and stuff like that. But no, I managed to last all the entire time, like almost a full, 40 minutes, which was like way beyond anything I had ever imagined. But yeah, I did have negative experiences as well when I finished in like, I don't know, was an embarrassing one and I finished in just 15 minutes. But on average, if we exclude that one time, it's roughly 30 to 40 minutes lasting period, which is it's quite something. It's quite something for a newbie at this experience. On the negative end of the spectrum, on the other hand, there was like the time thing, the time allocated problem, when you go and you hire them, you can say for whatever, how much time you wanted, like half an hour or an hour. Those are the usual times that you can um, it's not hire them for. But the problem is that in that time it's not just like an hour of like action time. It just means 1 hour for everything. So that means all the time that you spend beforehand, talking about it, preparing the money, taking a shower beforehand, uh, the time afterwards as well with getting clothes back and showering again if you want to, and washing yourself and whatnot. So that kind of like limits the amount of time that you actually have for experience, which, in my case, it's a little bit detrimental because I have just such a outstanding endurance, but I guess in other cases it's quite okay, I suppose. On topic of things that were like neutral or like that they weren't like either good or bad or just interesting. For example, on when I went to the first one, the first house brothel, whatever you want to call it. I guess it was fully organized, so you might as well call it a brothel at this point. But right across the road from it there was this medical clinic for is it the same called in English? In vitro fertilization, And I was like, I'm sorry, what? Okay, so are we clients or are we cattle that is being used in this place. It like blew me away in like the most in the weirdest way, that like sudden realization, it was absolutely hilarious. And finally, to end things up, we're gonna talk a little bit about me, about how I changed, and about my vision for the future. So, long story short, as you may notice, I haven't changed. It's not like, many people would expect that it would be this kind of like barrier, you go in a boy and you come out a man, like completely changed with a completely new vision about the world. But, when I went in and I went out, I was just feeling, lighter on the wallet and cold because it was cold outside. But yeah, that's pretty much um, what I felt over there. It wasn't a dramatic change, but as negative as this might sound, of it not being like a complete change, it did happen to like propagate a slight shift in perspective. And now I'm not saying that this is obviously mandatory for this shift in perspective to happen. I think you can have this change come from inside, or basically, the better worded actually is that the change must come from inside, and this experience, in the best case scenario, it only like accelerated a little bit. It only gave it like a slap to like start up, but it wasn't like the actual. It wasn't like the cause of it. Maybe like a catalyst, but not the cause and not the dominant thing. The change must come from inside, and yeah, it did help me. It did help me view relationships slightly different. I find it a lot more easier to interact with the women and females that I encounter in my daily life, and to be kind, just for kindness sake, not looking for a reward or expecting anything of it. And I know it sounds like I've been so selfish and obsessed before, which probably I was, but it's an important change, and it's important to recognize this change, and it's important to foster it and to keep going on it. And I think it is going on the right path. If we're gonna go for a relationship, I'm not gonna be expecting like very specific things out of it. Like I'm not gonna be on a hunting mode for a relationship. I'm gonna be, if it happens, if we tick in, then it happens. I obviously still have expectations from a future girlfriend, but it's no longer that sort of like boxed in view of it, if I may call it that way. Another thing that for the change, talking about changes, for example, my libido, which hasn't changed at all. Like, if I thought that this would help me out and maybe help me not to be that compelled to FAMP, well, that didn't change whatsoever. I still do it pretty much as often as I was doing it before, regardless of how many times I went and used such services. So I guess, that has nothing to do with it, surprisingly or not. And yeah. I think that's mostly what I wanted to say about it. What had happened to me, and what had changed me, and whatnot. Now, do I recommend this experience for anyone else? I mean, I don't know. It's something very personal, and you really have to think a lot about it. But uh, basically, I'm not gonna judge anyone who does something like this, and the idea of it is, you do you. whatever you want to do it, you do it, and just be ready for what is going to happen, which like the results after it, which, as I said, there's not gonna be any fantastic whatever change. It's just gonna be uh something like that just happened, and it went over. Right. I don't think there's anything else that I want to talk about, so I have an announcement. Actually, someone suggested me this in a video, and it has been a long time since I've done it. So, Q&A. Yep, I haven't done one of those in a really long time, and I feel it's long overdue. And I've been getting a lot of new fans recently, which might not know as much about me as I mean, yet or so far. And yeah, it might be a good idea to make another Q&A. I know they can just watch previous Q&As and educate themselves on the history of my channel, but fuck it, whoever has time for that. So we're gonna do that. Just leave your questions down in the comments down below, or on my Facebook page, or on my community channel page. Apparently, there is that too. So wherever you feel like it, just leave your questions, and I'm gonna take them and answer them to the best of my ability in the next vlog episode. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed watching. Make sure you will like, subscribe if you want to see more. And this has been the the long promised video in which I talk about certain personal stuff. Yeah, not much really changed really. So fuck it. Go ahead and go nuts, I guess. See you next time. Bye bye. It has stopped working.